Hi, it's Marianne, the Handicap Crafter, and I'm here with a project share. My father-in-law is turning 90 next week, and there's a big party for him, but unfortunately my husband and I aren't going to be able to make the trip. I've been having some health problems again. So it's keeping me pretty well grounded, but I was able to make him a couple things that I'm really excited about, and I have to give a big thanks to Tim Holtz. This is my first big Tim Holtz project, and being something for a man, definitely had to not pull out the flowers and all the girly stuff. So I'm really excited. My husband really helped me out a lot with this. It was kind of a project that we did together, and I really think he's going to like it. And I also have to give credit to FrenchieStamps.com. She did a cupcake holder that I really liked, so I did a matching one to the project that I did. I actually did an explosion box for him, and on the top here is his initials, um, Harold Henry Shum, and the box itself, here's the outside. It's all done in old-time paper, or vintage-looking paper with cars and horseshoes and owls, old-time bike. This side here, it says established 1923, the year he was born. The outside's kind of plain, and I left it that way because it's the inside that I want him to really pay attention to. This side just says Dad. And then the matching cupcake holder looks like this. It says Happy 90th. Cupcake sits in the little box. Same paper to match. And then I made this pick to go with it. I don't know the best way to show this to you here. And then this will sit inside his special cupcake. And it'll look like that. And then his explosion box, when he takes the lid off, it'll explode like that. And inside I made him his 90th birthday cake, 3-layer cake with his little 90 candles on top and his floating balloons. And then on the panels, the first panel, of course, is a picture of my father-in-law. And it says, "A father is someone who carries pictures where his money used to be." And then the next one down is a sewing machine. He's really big into sewing machines. He's got so many sewing machines and he likes to sew. So there's the little sewing machine scene. And then the next panel is just some more family pictures from different events. This was from the Swamp Buggy tour we went on. It says, "One generation plants the trees, another gets the shade." And then the next panel on this side says, "One man's junk is another man's treasure." And this starts in my Tim Holtz with all his little trinkets and gadgets, and everything on the card spins, so it'll be all interactive for him. And then the next panel is more pictures of my father-in-law. There's my father-in-law and mother-in-law. And this one says, "Being happy is better than being king." And then he loves trains. He actually has a train room, so this is the train scene. And the train is on a little homemade action wobble. I don't have any of the real ones, so I just had to make one of my own. So there's the railroad scene, and it's got the Tim Holtz railroad paper behind. And I don't remember the name of that stack that it came from. And then this panel is all about cars and old-time license plates. And he's originally from Illinois, and then they moved to Missouri. So I have the Illinois popped up plate, the Illinois, and then Florida because that's where we live. And, he comes down to visit us. And then here is like a little map scene with a car, the old-time car, a little steering wheel that actually turns, another little license plate, and then the Tim Holtz embossing folders of the old jalopy type car and the umbrella man. And then this is also Tim Holtz paper. And then that next panel is just more family pictures. My two sister-in-laws. This was a day out on the Lake of the Ozark. on my sister-in-law Dottie, her boat, and it says blood is thicker than water. And then the next panel, another Tim Holtz special here. It says the best thing about growing older is that it takes a long time. And then there's the Tim Holtz little clock and another one of the little gadgets, and everything spins and turns, and one of his little trinket pins. I don't think the clock paper in the back is his, though. That, I think it was just a piece that I had in my stash. This was from him blowing out his candle on his 81st birthday. I had a little party here at my house for him, and I put his candles on backwards so he'd only be 18. And then this was one of the trips we took to Orlando. We stayed at the Renaissance at SeaWorld. Beautiful hotel. It says life's a journey, not a destination. And then this panel, once again, he's a collector of old things, and he loves his typewriters and old phones, and so this one's dedicated to that. It's got, like the little ink well and pen, the old phone, some old newspaper clippings for Yellowstone. He went to Yellowstone. The little typewriter, and I wrote happy birthday on it. I made a little a little sticky note pad for him and called Dad. And then so the thing is supposed to be like where he's sitting here at his little desk, and then he looks out the window and sees his little John Deere tractor. So you can see the John Deere tractor behind the window pane, and it's got the plastic on it. And actually, my husband helped me do this panel. This was one of his creations, and he even embossed it by himself. And I had to laugh. Oh my God, I wish to God I could have been doing that husband tag challenge thing where they asked who is Tim Holtz, because he said to me, he says, does Tom Holtz have any cloud embossing folders? And I'm like, ooh. And like, Tom Holtz. I'm like, you mean Tim Holtz? So it was kind of funny, at least he got part of it right. He knew what he was going for. He just got the name a little confused. But then again, we are talking about the person who calls Harry Potter Henry Potter. I had to think of how it went. Yeah, he always calls Henry Potter, be like, Harry Potter. Now I'm confused. Whenever Harry Potter's on, I say, Henry Potter's on if you want to see it. So you got Henry Potter and Tom Holtz. But at least he tries. He tries to participate. So we're back to the beginning, and so that's my project, and I'm all excited about it, and I know that he's going to have fun going through everything and seeing all the old pictures and watching the box explode open, and hopefully it will make it to Missouri without getting crushed too bad. And I'm looking forward to hearing what he says about it. So that's my project share. Definitely, my hat's off to Tim Holtz. Thank you for helping me make my father-in-law's 90th birthday special, and to Frenchie for the cupcake holder. I know he's going to love it. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a happy, healthy, crafty day. Thanks. Bye.